Do you or someone that you know not take responsibility for their actions because somebody or something else is also partially responsible for the bad thing that occurred? If so, a cognitive behavioral therapist would have you go through something called a responsibility pie. I'm Michael Yoram. I'm a cognitive behavioral therapist. I've had 20 years of experience and 33,000 hours of sessions to really use these techniques, and I know that they work, and I've seen them work for so many different things. So, a responsibility pie, you'd sit down and you'd go through what are all the factors that add up to 100% that really understand the complexities of this problem. So, I can take partial responsibility, you can take partial responsibility, and the situation can have some partial responsibility for what had occurred. And we all feel like the blame isn't solely placed on us. So, we're less defensive, we're open to then taking responsibility for our portion of it and coming up with a comprehensive solution that really moves things forward. So in the example here, I wrote that my anger is probably 30% responsible for something because sometimes I would say things that I don't really mean because I want to have power. And sometimes when someone wants to have power, they show their anger in an unhealthy way and it's not cool. The situation, 20% of the time, sometimes we're just in a situation that really is messed up and we're trying our best to figure it out and we don't use the best strategy to address it. So work stress, sometimes we just have other stuff going on in our life or we feel burnt out. We're going to do or say things in our home life that has nothing to do with our home life because we're carrying this stress, we're carrying this anxiety that really doesn't belong at home, but it ends up there anyway because we're there. 15% is our past family issues. Sometimes our parents or other people in our life had treated us in a way that we now respond in a completely unhealthy way because of those past relationships. Poor sleep. So 20% of the time, if you're having a rough day or you don't get a really good night's sleep, you're then going to, behave really poorly. So get a good night's sleep, recognize all the contributing factors, and you and the people that you care about will take the proper amount of responsibility for the problem and then move forward in a respectful and caring way. I'm Michael Yoram, a licensed marriage and family therapist, here to help.